here's a question about limiting reagents and reagents in excess. In this question, we can see that we have 6.4 grams of copper being reacted with 0.4 moles of nitric acid. And the question is asking us which reactant is in excess. Will it be the copper or will it be the nitric acid? The first thing I should do, as always with these questions where I see an equation, is to examine the equation, really study it. So I can see that I have 1 mole of copper to 4 moles of HNO3. I could also go to the products and see I've got 1 mole of copper nitrate being made, 2 moles of water and 2 moles, but it's fairly unlikely that I'm actually going to be handling any of the products because I'm talking about reactants in this case. What's the first thing I'm going to do? I can see that I've got grams and I've got copper. So with grams and copper, my first step is probably going to be to find the moles because I have grams and an atomic mass. So I could do 6.4 grams divided by the atomic mass of copper, which is 63.5. And it could be grams per mole if we look at the molar mass per atom. And I can get that from my periodic table, remember. So 6.4 divided by 63.5 gives me 0.05 mole. Now remember, my ratio here was 1 to 4. So my number of moles for nitric acid will be 4 times that number. So for nitric acid, I will work out 0.05 moles times by 4 because I have 4 of them compared to 1. And 0.05 times by 4 means that I'll have 0.2 moles of HNO3. Now that I have the number of moles of HNO3, I can compare them to the number of moles that we originally had of copper up here. I can see that 0.2 is obviously greater than 0.05, and that's my HNO3, and that's my copper. So I can easily say that HNO3 is in excess. That means that I have used more HNO3 than I need, and we can say that copper is in fact my limiting reactant. The question originally was asking me which reactant's in excess, so my final answer would be nitric acid, because that is the reactant in excess.